We have Chief Meteorologist Jason Smith and Chastity Bird tracking tonight's cold temperatures at the Fox 10 News Storm Tracker Doppler Radar Center.
And we also have Andrew Perez on the move, checking out area roads. Candace Murphy keeping an eye on things in downtown Mobile. Andrew, we'll start with you. Where are you right now? I can tell you're traveling.
Yeah, we just started moving up. We're getting on the I-165 interstate, heading toward I-65. We just got off Water Street. This has actually been one of the most interesting roads to be traveling on right now. I'm going to zoom in right now. We've got our photojournalist, James McConaughey. He's driving the car. I'm the one holding the camera right now. But take a look at that. I mean, if you guys can see, this is almost like a deserted road over here. We've had a lot of sleet in this area. Of course, transportation officials have said since the beginning it's the bridges that freeze over first, and that can definitely be said right here. The traffic has been moving pretty steady. People are driving pretty slow, but a lot of people that we've spoken with, they've said they've had a lot of issues on the roadways, and a lot of them have had to be closed, which is why I'm a little bit shocked that this one is not. Now, just a little while ago, we were talking to one man who he had actually brought his family to a hotel because, remember, a lot of people tonight are still without power. He said he felt more comfortable going to a hotel. When he had to eat, he would walk a couple of blocks just to get some food for his kids because he said he just didn't feel safe driving on the roads. Take a listen.
What brought you guys here to the Admiral Sims?
Just the power. Basically, we ran out of power twice today. It was on and off. Hot water wasn't too good for us, so we decided just to hit a local hotel, and they were nice enough to help us out with the rate. So we felt safe driving here.
I mean, how has the weather been for you guys? I mean, obviously, you didn't want to stay at the house.
Well, we live in Midtown. Insulation's not great. Having two kids, we felt safer here.
Yeah, absolutely. He's definitely heeding the word of law enforcement tonight to stay off the road if you don't have to be on the road. From what I understand, we're expecting things to heat up a lot more, but if you can see, I mean, we've had one car right up ahead. The roads are still very slick. The key is to drive very slow, drive away from other drivers, because you know what? Even if they go around sanding, I-165 like this, it's not going to make much of a difference. The Alabama Department of Transportation has said that themselves. It tries to give you a little bit more traction by having that sand there, but it really doesn't do the full job. So they're saying if you don't need to be on the road, stay off the roads until conditions completely improve. Bob Lanise?
Okay, it looks like you just mentioned that one car ahead of you. Does it look like the conditions have changed at all since you were driving on this same piece of road at 5 o'clock?
No, I mean, if anything, think about it. It's gotten a lot colder. So whatever little bit of ice has melted throughout the day with the sun, it's freezing back up all over again. And that car that we just saw a little while ago, he might be going a little bit too fast. Right now, I'm going to turn over here. If you guys can, let me try to straighten that out for you. You know, we're going about 20 miles per hour right there, just over 20 miles per hour. We're trying to stay in that range. That's around the speed that you should be driving, just because, again, the conditions are very treacherous. I mean, we saw earlier on Government Plaza, just in front of Government Plaza on Government Street, there were cars that were going 20 miles per hour, and all they were doing was trying to switch lanes, and they would still skid out of control. We even had a few police officers that their car just skid off the road just by trying to switch lanes. So they're saying, again, if you're going to be on the roads, you got to be really smart about it. Stay away from other vehicles as a precaution. The key is drive slowly. And another thing, if you're going up an incline like the one we're going to be hitting over here, give me one sec. The one we're going to be hitting over here soon, they say, transportation officials say it's not a good idea. You're supposed to drive slowly, but it's not a good idea to just stop in the middle of the road like that unless you absolutely have to, because what happens is your tires, they're gonna sink into the ground, they're gonna get stuck, and you're not gonna be able to move. The key is to move slowly and stay away from other cars if you need to travel.
Traffic coming in the other direction. I'm seeing an occasional headlight or two, but it seems like the other side is almost as deserted as that one.
Yeah, actually, that right there, the vehicle that just passed appears to be a National Guardsman. I remember Governor Robert Bentley was talking a lot about that earlier today. We have seen them out and about. We've also seen the Mobile Police Department out and about blocking certain roads. They continue to do that tonight. Tow trucks, of course, are in high demand. I mean, if you've been following our coverage throughout the day, you've seen a lot of vehicles that have been off in the ditches. Luckily, this right here, this abandoned, looking interstate, this is a good sign. This means people are taking these warnings very seriously. Traffic has been very slow, if at all. A lot of people are staying at home and, trying to keep track of things when it's safe for them to move back out.
All right, thank you very much. Andrew Perez reporting live on I-165.
And one of the most slippery areas we've